Why do you think, Christine, it's so hard for HR to do kind of analytics and quantitative data analysis? What makes it so difficult?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be speaking to the choir on this one. Everyone's going to either hopefully agree with me, but so when I started my last gig, I onboarded, and I remember that I kept a Google Doc of every system that I had to onboard on, and I wrote down all the passwords. I know the IT people, luckily there's no IT people in the room who are like glaring at me, but, and before the end of my first week, I had 17 different systems that I was keeping track of. And those were systems that were just for my role in people analytics. And so it was like, man, this is bonkers to be able to have this many systems. And each one of these systems requires, at minimum, people data, right? Because Zoom requires, if you're an employee, we need to provision you a Zoom license. You need employee data to be able to do that. And so then the other thing that's really happened, I think, in the last 10 years has been this real fragmentation of the HR space. There have been so many really brilliant solutions that have come out, these point solutions that really dig hard on employee experience or really go into performance management. But the problem is you bring on all these systems, and then how do you keep the data up to date between the systems? Anyone who's ever had to process an employee name change knows how painful that is, just to okay, where do we need to process this? How does this change the access? What is this going to break? And I'd say, another reason why it's so hard, not just because you have so many systems, you have data in all the systems, the data doesn't talk to each other, but it's also, the HR organization's comfort with data. I know very few people who got into HR because they like data. Most people go into HR because they like people.